Our brains are wired to be risk averse. And when it comes to you doing what it is you want to do better and more often and have those like big impact results, it's important to sometimes realize where we have what we call cognitive biases, like our own blind spots that get in the way of taking the actions that we need to take, that we can take. Most of us live in a restricted circle of what is possible for us. We have these biases that have us often taking actions, making decisions, veering away from doing the things that would actually serve us and help others. So the first one of those is that we tend to overestimate the risks. We are wired to focus more on what could go wrong than on what could go right. The other thing we tend to do is we tend to underestimate our ability to handle things. And if you think about it in terms of your work, handle the rejection, handle the difficult conversation. It's not the actual event that we're afraid of, it's how we'll feel if it happens. And ladies, we tend to underestimate ourselves that much more than guys. We tend to doubt ourselves more and back ourselves less. Don't sell yourself short. Don't underestimate what you can handle, because it's a lot more than you often give yourself credit for. We also tend to catastrophize the outcomes. I remember years ago, my very first book came out. It was called Find Your Courage, and McGraw-Hill, a big publisher, picked it up and said, we want to, get this out around the world. And in the lead up to it coming out, I woke up in the middle of the night, and in my mind, in my imagination, my face was on the front page of the New York Times with the byline, World's Worst Author. So often we scare ourselves way more in our imaginations than we ever do in real life, because if something bad happened, we'd go in, we'd intervene. We also tend to discount the cost of inaction. We are really good at putting ourselves in the shoes of us a day, a week from now, and imagining how we'll feel if things don't go to plan. What we're not so good at is putting ourselves in the shoes of us 6 months, 1 year, 5 years from now and going, what is it I might miss out on if I don't take this action? And we trade that long-term possibility for the short-term security and comfort, because we're wired for certainty. We want to know what's coming. And your success is proportionate to your willingness to sit with uncertainty and get uncomfortable. And finally, we're wired to want to protect the status quo. Do any of you here own a piece of clothing you spent a lot of money on, a jacket, pair of pants, shoes, that you spent a lot of money on it, but it doesn't fit you very well? You just can't throw it out. We don't like saying, this isn't working, and we often protect that status quo. We're change averse. So the question is if you were really opened your arms wide up to change, whether it's to embracing a new technology or a new way of doing things, a new process, a new system, for you personally, how you go about running your day, running your life, managing your relationships, what might open up for you?